He goes with me everywhere.
They don't always walk, but wherever they go,
He's got my back all the time.
these Esquimalt guys are inseparable.
Almost brothers.
A gang.
If it wasn't for genetics.
Cully's this man's best friend.
I was at the dilemma where I thought I had to choose between riding and getting a service dog.
A life of soldiering has taken its toll.
2 tours to Yugoslavia, both UN back to back.
Working.
And then I went for a 3rd tour with NATO in '97.
Hearing loss developed early.
Sit.
Post-traumatic stress disorder,
Sit.
PTSD, was diagnosed much later.
21 years. It was buried. Affected my work, it affected my home life.
The Canadian Mental Health Association calls PTSD a mental illness, triggered by terrifying events.
For me, it was the ethnic cleansing in Medak.
A battleground in former Yugoslavia, part of the Croatian War of
It was
Independence.
barbaric. The whole area smelt of rotten, burnt flesh. No animals, nothing was left living. It let the dragon out, so to speak. It opened up that door, and man, woman, child.
They killed them all.
Killing would be a clean way of saying what happened there. At the worst of it, I was reliving completely. Sights, sounds, smells, what was an M1.
Tyson's early attempts to deal with his horrors failed.
At one point, I couldn't even step on grass.
Long dormant landmines reawakened. A shattered man, haunted by war, he couldn't sleep, couldn't leave his house. His family was helpless to help.
At one point, when it was so vivid, I was reliving the Medak pocket day and night. I didn't want that anymore, so I did contemplate ending it.
Somehow, faith and family pulled him from the brink of self-destruction.
My son admitted to me one day that he was scared of me, and that rocked me to my core.
Now a Navy Marine engineer, PTSD has him moored to a desk.
My challenges are impacting my ability to work within my trade.
A year later, he says the Navy's team approach to treatment, medical and psychiatric care, as well as medication, are helping to tame that dragon. But he says his courageous companion has made all the difference.
I wasn't fully aware of how much help that he would be able to give me.
Man's reliance on dogs dates back thousands of years.
Keep my aggravation, my frustration, my hypervigilance, my anxiety down.
Cully's a 2-year-old Australian Shepherd, trained since birth to be a psychiatric service dog. Somehow he can sense trauma.
All I know is that he can tell.
Cully recognizes emotional overload.
My breathing, through my stress, he starts to do things that he's not supposed to do. And this could even be it.
Cully seemed out of sorts throughout the interview. Cameras can do that.
Normally when I'm relaxed, he is laid out at my feet.
When PTSD symptoms overtake him, Tyson says Cully's disturbances break the spell, forcing him to put attention on the dog.
Gets up and starts acting out, pulling or wants attention, wants me to pet him, something to distract me. Until I calm down enough, then he'll revert back to his calm state.
Today, Tyson says he can finally sit without his back to the wall.
I know subconsciously that he is watching my back.
In return, his trusted friend is cared for,
Good boy.
loved. Courageous Companions Canada is one of a growing number of service dog training organizations, working closely with regulators to help develop a national standard, pairing dogs with people with disabilities other than visual or hearing impairment. But it's an expensive task. Tyson says organizations like Wounded Warriors and the Royal Canadian Legion help pay the $10,000 to $25,000 to purchase and train dogs. Cully now meets the BC government standard for service dogs. They've got the cards to prove it, but they're still in training.
Cully.
And although there's little research to prove that service dogs help treat PTSD, an illness that has no cure, Tyson says he'd be worse off without Cully.
Heavily medicated and potentially on the road to divorce.
Soon the pair will return to Winnipeg for their final 6-day assessment. For now, wherever they go, people are drawn to this biker duo.
It was an unexpected joy I didn't expect that kind of reaction.
Talking to strangers, becoming part of the therapy.
He loves it. He loves going for a ride.
The bike itself, a rolling testament to the fallen.
Anybody that's actually put on a uniform to write that blank check that they may not come home that day.
A proclamation to others with PTSD that you're not alone.
A lot of people with PTSD cannot be in the spotlight. I've made the conscious choice to be as transparent as I possibly can. He has been an amazing help for me.
Tyson's future is uncertain.
I believe I am on a good road to recovery. I am slowly getting better.
He's in remission, he says.
Hoping that I can return as close to being the person I was before.
Knowing that wherever he goes, his best friend will always follow.